Hello, and welcome back to Tales of Maj'Eyal. We just cleared out the Thalor Elf starting zone. There's a couple more things to do. I would really like to clear out the remaining Tier 1 zones, but there are a few locations we can check out before getting there. First, we have Ziggur here. Somehow, as magic user, you feel this place is not safe for you. So this is where the anti-magic cult is. If you have a character that gets to this city without ever learning a spell, so I have premonition, so I can't enter, but if you get here without learning a spell, you can enter Ziggur, and they will allow you to train in the anti-magic skill tree. And there's some other reasons why you'd want to do it as well. Reading the sign inside the town is the first thing, is what you have to do to be allowed to betray escorts on subsequent characters. And here is a Zigguranth patrol. This, because I have the ability to cast spells, these will attack me. They just kind of wander around randomly, but if you stumble into them, they will attack. Okay, loud music incoming. This is the biggest city, I guess. We're gonna go down here. The dwarf in stained batter mail armor opens the door. Say, you interested in dismembering stuff and getting paid? Always. By the corpses of the gods, I love adventurers. I was about to become one myself when it suddenly hit me, and by it, I mean my wife. Ha! What do you propose? I propose that I give you a list of monster parts to fetch, and you go and fetch them, and I make some blindingly amazing brews with said monster parts. Then I get accepted into the Brotherhood of Alchemists. Sounds like a plan. I make excellent plans, and brews, which the Brotherhood will no doubt make me call elixirs once I am in. And I'll obey because they have ways of getting what they want. Now where were we? Aiding you with getting into some Brotherhood. What's in it for me? Oh, easy. You get a swig of each brew, of course. They'll put hair on your chest and possibly your eyelids and fingernails. And if your aid proves the deciding factor, then I've got a real treat for you. Perhaps the last taint of telepathy left in Maj'Eyal. I accept. One last thing, there are a few other fellows angling for the same slot in the Brotherhood that I am. They're not going to be sitting on their hands while we're at work here, so best move quick-like. Now, which of these do you want to help me with first? The brew of brawn, the brew of stone skin, or the brew of foundations? Or elixirs, rather, not brews. Best get in the habit now, I suppose. Alright, brawn, 3 strength and constitution. Stone skin, 4 armor. Foundation, 2 generic talent points. Well, one of these is a lot better than the other 2. We'll take the talent points. Right, here's the list. Oh, one more thing. Got me some fellas already out hunting for this stuff, and I'll not play favorites. One of them brings me those ingredients before you do, and you're out of luck. Hurry back. Oh, and one other thing. If you have the time for another errand, though I've gotten a reward on this one, well, I'll see if I can help. Well, it's like this. One of my wife's friends has gone missing, a young alchemist in training called Celia. Thing is, her husband died recently, and the grief done drove her mad. She used to go out to his grave every day, until one day she didn't come back. Personally, I don't think she was able to live without him. The two were inseparable. If you get a chance on your travels, could you pass by the mausoleum to the east and check, well, you get the idea. It's strange what death can do to people, how it can take over their minds. Sometimes they'll forget it's the living that matter. So she gets a proper burial, treated respectfully, eh? I'll do what I can. Alright, 2 quests there. Oh, Wild Fusion has evolved. There we go. Infusion shop. So, the primal infusion is... It can heal physical, mental, and magical, but that's actually not as good because usually you want to heal physical rather than the other two. Anyway, there is an infusion shop here. Just happened to get a random item this time. Well, both of these shops, I think, have a special option. So yeah, we can look at his options here and decide if we want a better weapon or not. Oh, that's actually pretty decent. Pretty expensive too. Oh yeah, this is like tier 3 gear. Anyway, I'm not really interested in buying anything. I'm sure I'll find a decent sword eventually. But martial training, this is pretty cool. So for 8 gold pieces, you can learn how to use ranged weapons, bows and slings. So if you aren't starting as an archer, but you want that ability, you can learn it here. 50 gold pieces teaches you combat training. That is this tree here. So if you want combat training, so if you want to be able to teach armor, use better armor with classes that don't normally have access to armor, you have to do it here. Whoops. Which is definitely... Definitely okay, thank goodness, we're out of there. That is definitely worth doing. Because you want at least 1 point in heavy armor training just so that you can use gauntlets, helms, and heavy boots, and also heavy mail armor. So all of those. 3 for plate. But even if you're playing as a wizard type class, you're still going to want this, so it is well worth the 50 gold just to unlock our heavy armor training. Thick skin is a nice bonus as well. Alright, here's the mausoleum. Minimum level 15, it kind of has a little hint there. Do not do this right now, you will die. Alright, so we can explore around this area a little bit. Oh, Golem Graveyard, okay, another bonus dungeon there. Oh, hello. Agrimly the Hermit. After a great deal of pounding, a halfling wrapped in charred, smoking robes opens the door. He looks irritated. It's not enough that I work all morning to make a potion that ends up nearly blowing my ass off, but now I've got idiots beating down my damn front door with what sounds like a battering ram. And yes, I heard it, though I can hardly make out a bleeding thing with these bleeding, concussed ears. What do you want? Perhaps there's something that I can help you with? Speak up, Hambrain. I have just gotten my eardrums blown out by yet another by-the-pyre potion gone south, remember? Thrice damned thing was going perfectly, too. Talkner's tackle. I said, maybe there's something that I can help you with. Still can't hear you, but listen up. The Brotherhood of Alchemists is accepting the first new applicant to demonstrate, among other things, 3 very complicated elixirs. I wouldn't bother trying to join such a bunch of addle-brained degenerates, but it so happens that the Brotherhood of Alchemists holds the secret cure for the common blow-off ass, which it so happens is of some interest to me. How can I help? The Brotherhood knows damned well what advances in the field of alchemy would do for every civilization in existence, but they hoard their few worthwhile secrets like a great brown worm sitting on its pile of crap. You know what? I don't even want the ass cure from me. I'm going to steal every secret they've got, write them down, make 100 copies, and nail one to a tree in every village in Maj'Eyal. That's not a very hermit-like attitude. And then what will they do once their precious secrets, which in all probability either don't exist or are things like recipes for elixirs of who gives a flying duck, are out in the open, the Brotherhood of Asswipes will have nothing to hold it together but elixirs of their tears and widespread disdain from the rest of the world. Speak up then, are you in or out? I'm in? The ingredients to these suckers are sort of a trade secret, so I'll tell you about one and we'll see how that goes. Oh, and I'll make enough for you to have a swig when I'm done, so good for you. Which will it be? Just point at the damned list. I haven't heard a thing you said yet. I hope to hell you're not standing there trying to sell me something. Alright. So, critical hit with spells increased by 4%, plus 5 to luck, or plus 2 class talent points. We're going to take that for sure. Here's the list of the stuff I need. Most of it will try to kill you, so I hope you're not incompetent. I've got plenty of incompetent help already. I hope for your sake that you're smarter and faster than them. Oh boy, okay. So we just unlocked 2 more of the Alchemists, and these are really the important ones. Do not complete any of the other quests until you've completed these and gotten your level up points. What do we got here? Stormworm Claw, that'll take a while. Giant Spider Spinneret, probably will take a while. Ghoul Flesh, that's relatively easy. Multi-Hued Wormscale, oh. Oh man, this is brutal. Multi-Hued Wormscale, Naga Tongue, and Greater Demon Bile. Okay. So basically, this Brotherhood of Alchemists quests, we're probably not actually going to do anything with it for a really long time. Because even if we can complete one of these first, these are the important ones. We haven't gotten any of the simple, well, Green Worm. We have like no troll or orc or any of that. If you hit escape, show ingredients from the menu. Yeah, bear paw. So bear, troll, orc, skeleton mage, warg. Sandworm are also pretty early on. We got lucky with the one that we like. It was unusual to find the one that we did where we did, but we'll be entering a sandworm dungeon relatively soon. So yeah, all of these are really easy, and we've only had one of them as a random ingredient, so we're kind of getting trolled a little bit by this quest. As for Agrimlay here, he has 4 different locations that he can appear in, if I'm remembering right. So you have to kind of know where on the world map to look for him. This just happened to be the first spot I checked, and he happened to be here, so not trolled in that sense. Also, if you're playing as a dwarf, this is where your starting town is. The town is hidden, so the other races don't get to ever enter it. Which also means if you're playing as a dwarf, you get 2 additional starting dungeons. You actually have 8 instead of 6. Now, in these fields, I'm just going to kind of run around for a little bit. There we go. Half-dead lumberjack. Before you stands a man covered in dirt and blood. He is out of breath and half mad. Please, you must help. It is slaughtering everyone in my village. Please. He points his finger at the nearby forest. I will go there and see what I can do. Alright. Yeah, so our quest list, we're getting a number of these up here. Oh, I didn't check this last time, did I? Into the Darkness. Right, when we completed... So we completed Of Trolls and Damp Caves. This is the Human and Halfling starting quest. So we've explored Trollmire and Ruins of Corpool. So... Into the Darkness is the follow-up, which is 4 dungeons. Old Forest, Maze, Sandworm Lair, and Daikara. These are significantly harder than the Tier 1 dungeons. I would recommend going around clearing all of the Tier 1 dungeons before doing any of these. And then doing those 4 in that order, but also doing some side dungeons in between as well, possibly. Alright. So this is just kind of random here, but we got the Lumberjack Village. So let's go in here and help them with their problem. Now you're here screaming, not too far from you. This isn't too bad. I would say anytime around level 6 or so you should be able to manage it. We're over-leveled. Lumberjack falls to the ground dead. Okay, so we failed to get the achievement where we solved the problem before any lumberjacks die. That's a rather silly achievement. The only way I've been able to do it is with a random teleport landing me right beside the enemy. Lumberjack falls to the ground dead. You get a better reward depending on how many lumberjacks you can save. Okay, you guys are running away up here. Kind of. Okay, you know what? There you are. Okay. Ben Kruthar the Cursed. Check out his talents. He is, well, he's a Cursed. That is his class. Got some cool stuff. Cursed is a really neat class. Yeah, so he uses Blindside, Teleport, and Attack. We're doing okay though, so let's stun him. Successful. I guess then we'll just bump attack. You know what, I'll leave the mouse over him so we can see. Stun wore off, try to stun him again. Still stunned, okay, no problem. Ben lies defeated at your feet. Thank you for saving me from the curse. I did not want for this to... He coughs one last time and dies, a smile on his face as his curse is gone. Rest in peace. Alright. So we lifted the curse. And this gives us a pickaxe. Oh right, so I mentioned... Oh, and then the gold. The gold value depends on how many lumberjacks are left alive. Right, so I mentioned that we didn't have a pickaxe when we were going through Corpool, and I wanted to use this. This, you can put it in this slot if you want to. I'd rather have the torque of the shielding torque. But just having this in your inventory gives you the dig ability, which I see is over there. Put it over here. Which would allow me to, for example, this one says diggable. I can now destroy walls. I can do this with trees as well. Yeah, I know I just wrecked some lumberjack's house, but whatever. I'm just hitting Z a bunch to explore all this. So now that I have that, I would have been able to sneak up on the... what's his name? The spirit thing? The possessed thing that's in the end of Corpool. I don't know why I can't remember its name. Okay, well that's, yeah, this is all junk. More importantly, we just unlocked the cursed class. So if I start a new game, I can play as a cursed. I already had it unlocked, of course. because that's a relatively easy one to get. Cursed is my favorite class in the game that I am terrible at playing, which might be an interesting distinction, but is, yeah, I'm not good with them. But they're so much fun to play. Going in here, there's a hidden dungeon, the Halfling Runes, the very old Halfling Runes. We will check that out eventually as well. Oh, what have we got over here? Hidden Compound, okay. Another optional dungeon. Back here, this is another spot Agrimlay the Hermit can be hiding. Old Forest, we'll be going there, probably in this part. Alright, so if we go all the way over here, we get to Elvala. If you're playing as a Shalor elf, this is your starting zone. Also, if you're playing as an ogre, I believe. I don't know if I've ever played an ogre. I don't even remember for sure if I've unlocked them. I think I have. So Elvala is a magic-themed city. So if you have, if you want to be using shielding runes. If you want to be using runes instead of infusions, you can buy them here. I wouldn't really bother. The infusions are just so much better. It's kind of a weird balance issue with the game. But the runes are there if you want them. And here we find Marius. This is the 4th alchemist. There are 4. A shabbily dressed elf opens the door, scratching his head in apparent puzzlement. Another adventurer, or have we met? I can't tell people apart unless they wear brightly colored headbands. You need to help me. I am an adventurer. Go on. 3 elixirs stand between me and acceptance into the Brotherhood of Alchemists. Unless I've been through that already, I'm never quite sure. But I think that's the case. Bring me the ingredients. Alright. The ones that I need to get before the other alchemists get them. Can't have some lesser hack sneaking into the Brotherhood. He raises his voice and gestures exaggeratedly, seemingly taking you for an idiot. Me need pieces of scary monster for happy making drink. You get me pieces. You probably get eaten by monsters. Me have this conversation yet again with other bonehead. Alright. It finally understands. You get a dose of every elixir you help me make, and if your help gets me into the Brotherhood, I've got half an elixir of invulnerability lying around that I'll give you. Don't try anything, I've already downed the other half. Alright. 3 elixirs I need. I'll show you the ingredients one at a time. Are you interested in Mysticism, Savior, or Mastery? Mysticism, +3, Magic and Willpower. Savior, +4 to all saves, or Mastery, 4 additional stat points. I'll take the stat points because I don't care about either of those. Alright. And this one, Luminous Horror Dust, oh dear. Orc and Honeyroot Tree. Honeyroot, Honey Tree Root, there we go. Honey Tree, I'm surprised we haven't seen one of those. We will once we go to the Old Forest, I'm pretty sure. The Honey Tree is kind of interesting because it's a summoning. It's a summoner. Is there anything else here I like checking out? Not really. There's a little bookshop here if you want to buy a bunch of lore. Including the story that my thumbnail is used in. That entire story is chronicled there. Alright. But yeah, so as I was saying, the Honey Tree is a summoner. It summons bees. And that's important because the first time you see an enemy use a summon ability, you unlock the ability to play as the summoner class. So I think that was the first one. I think I unlocked that in the first level of the Trollmire with my very first character. Just happened to find a honey tree. But you'll get it eventually. Okay, Scintillating Caves. Let's give this one a go. This is the starting dungeon for Shalor Elves, and I highly recommend leaving as soon as you start, because this one is full of enemies that do range attacks. Oh, I was wondering if we were going to get one of these. As we enter the caves, you notice the magic here has distorted the land, making sharp angles and turns. Right, so all of the starting dungeons, in fact, I think all the tier 2 dungeons as well, have alternate versions that... so there's a chance that you'll get the alternate version of a dungeon. The alternate version is generally more challenging. I guess that's true for the Scintillating Caves too, although I never actually play through this one, so I'm not really sure, because I'm going to skip to the end. So one of the differences here with the Scintillating Caves is that it goes to 5 levels instead of 3 in the alternate version. In the regular version, it is still only 3 levels. Alright, what do we got here? Got some scary ant. Let's actually do some fighting here. It's been 20 minutes. Man, I can talk a lot. Oh, okay, you are from the Embers of Rage DLC. I've never actually played any of these classes because I haven't played that DLC yet. But I do know that you do something with machines. Oh, yeah. Steam Saw Mastery to the arms. Yeah, you guys are pretty nasty. You're going to do physical, so let's swap torques. It's going to take 3 turns for the cooldown to wear off. There we go. Shields up. Yeah, so we stunned this. Let's read that. Okay, it hit me for a little bit of damage. Okay, sidestep to dodge the projectile. Let's heal. So these things. The crystals are kind of annoying because they teleport around over the place. They can't move, but they do teleport. They also shoot range attacks at you. This one happened to teleport right next to me, which was not good for it. But they can be tricky to deal with melee characters. If you're playing a ranged character, you might as well just do this dungeon first. It doesn't really matter. Alright, Death Dance level up, or... Yeah, it's 20% extra damage on the bleed. Weapon Mastery, yeah, will increase our combat damage. Alright. Auto Explore gave me 1 tile of movement. Okay, there's stuff down there. Okay, we've got a crystal there. Multi-hued crystal. So I'm kind of moving at an angle to... Yeah, see, that's the problem. Trying to avoid getting hit by it. Okay, and there's the Spellblaze crystal. This is the boss. Let's save that, actually. Can we rush it? It's going to hit us if we do this. Let's do it anyway. Oh, and then it teleported. Okay, it's over there. Oh. Burn. I don't want to take 10 damage a turn. Okay, I can do Fearless Cleave, get a good hit on it that way, and it is now stunned. Okay, there we go. Down it goes. Crystal Focus. Oh, it actually had its own item. I mean, they usually do, but it's like, I don't know, I want to say 30% or so. Like they're guaranteed to drop an artifact, but they're most likely to drop their own artifact. Anyway, that's really what we came here to do. Oh, okay, let's... Yeah, well, we killed it. Use the Rod of Recall. +3 strength. +3 willpower. Cut immunity, confusion immunity, healing mod, and it has a heal. That's pretty decent, actually. Okay, we'll wield that. Phase Door Rune of the Psychic. Phase Door, one of the better runes, just a short-range random teleport. Defense, stealth, physical save, mind power. I don't really care about any of those. Darkness resist, nature penetration. Okay, nature and darkness. +30 life. Okay, that's pretty nice. Yeah, we'll wield that just for the extra hit points. 7 armor, plus stamina, I don't really care. Oh, okay, and... Oh wait, never mind, we're using an artifact, that's... Okay. Alright, so this I'm going to put over here because it's a charm. This does 154... melee personal, it says. I do want to check something quickly. Okay. That's what I thought it was going to do. I was just checking to see if I have the ability to heal other people with it, or if it has to be myself. It has to be myself. Alright, the Raloran camp. This is probably the most interesting of the 3 dungeons. Let's roll to the end. And the reason is, well, there's 2 reasons. The first is that the Raloran, another faction of elves, so we have RST, Ralor, Shalor, Thalor. The Ralor are being attacked by a bunch of monsters. These are not on the same team, they will fight each other. Looks like we have an Alchemist here. I don't know why I bothered to check, because I don't really care, it's an Alchemist. Alchemist does have a minion here, so let's just smash that first. Shields up, okay. Damage shield for 100 health. This has a chance of breaking the shield, let's use it. Did it work? Oh, we just hit it for more than 100 damage, so it didn't matter. Okay, we've killed it, and yeah, this guy's going down really fast. Let's focus on... Okay, they killed him. So let's focus on killing the little hatchlings here. That wasn't the specific kind of spider that gives us the spider spinneret, unfortunately. Yeah, so we don't really know like what we're going to find here, because the elves might win, or the invading monsters might win. Okay, we also got some mages, which can be pretty nasty. Oh, 2 mages there. I'm just going to wait. Okay, 3 elves coming. I'm just going to wait here until somebody gets into range. And then we'll step up and cleave, and step back. And step up and cleave. As a melee character, being able to use corners like that to deal with mages can help quite a bit. On my difficulty, it's not that important. Okay, you just cast a spell and hit the guy in front of you. What a jerk. These melee elves I'm not too concerned about. Just waited and let that... Yeah, just hit both your allies. I'm gonna keep my health topped up. Oh, okay, Tempest, the one with the lightning spells. So the other reason the Raloran camp is interesting is that it is actually possible to ally with the Ralor. And if you do that, then when you enter this dungeon, they won't be hostile. I don't think anything happens here if you do that, so there's not really any reason to do so. Okay, so the Inquisitor, if we'd been reading all of the lore as we go through... Here's the boss, by the way. And we'd know about that. And so we could... This is what I was going to do. Oh, the Shade, that's what it was called. To deal with the Shade. I was going to do something like this. And then instantly... we are right up against the boss. We get the first action, so they don't get to cast spells on us from a distance because we just go straight through the wall. All right. Okay, we go from 35 to a 70% chance to shatter a shield. You know what? Let's do that. In case we fight any really nasty mages in the future. Alright, more defense. This will give us 4 armor and 7 armor hardiness. And reduces our being crit chance by an additional 4%. And we'll max that out. Although we do have Daunting Presence as an option now. Enemies are intimidated by how composed you remain under fire. If you take more than 5% of your maximum life in a single hit, all enemies adjacent to you become intimidated, which makes them less likely to land stuff. Okay. Huh. So I mean, this is kind of like boosting your resistances in a debuffing the enemies sort of way. Alright. Stormlash. Oh, that's an interesting one. And then the carefully preserved letter. This, yeah, okay. So this is, I don't normally read the lore, but I am going to read this one because this is an interesting hint of something to come. A lot of it's just kind of world building, but this one actually leads into a quest we get later. In fact, the quest we have to do if we want to ally with the R'hllor. We have to know to do this in advance. My dearest, I hope this letter finds you well. I worry for you, so close to the city, so vulnerable should they find our base, but I trust in your strength, and I know you will be safe. Yet should anything happen, I wish you were here with me, able to share in the wonders I have seen, yet this journey has far more perils. The Zigguranth have been on to us, tracking us relentlessly, spoiling many of my plans, Zigguranth being the anti-magic cult, of course. They are truly a force to be reckoned with, but luck is with me. I have managed to capture one and find out the location of their base. Soon, we shall prepare an attack that shall put an end to their threat forever. I think if you do that, if you do join him and attack the Zigguranth, they still spawn the Zigguranth patrols afterwards, so you don't actually get rid of them. But anyway. But there is something more exciting even than that. Near the charred scar, I have uncovered a truly amazing thing, a mark of the Spellblaze. Oh, how I long for you to be here with me, to see its wonders. You, of all people, know my passions so well, and what delight you would find in what I have discovered here. Here is where our future lies. Here is where we shall gain the power to truly strike out on our own. Look after our people well, and keep strong our base, for when I return. It shall be soon, I hope, and it shall be in glory. With passion abound, your dearest love. Yeah, so we can try to side with him later. I believe doing so unlocks another class for you as well. Okay, just doing some side steps to make sure that his... Oh, okay, yeah. It's the Inquisitor, talking about more of that. Okay, so that time I went too fast and ended up foolishly getting myself hit. Coming at these things on diagonal can prevent you from taking hits. Nowhere left to explore. Okay. And with that, we are done with Tier 1. All the Tier 1 dungeons. Stormlash is an Arcane Forces powered whip. The fact that it's a whip is interesting. You need to learn exotic weapon proficiency this early. You need to rescue a warrior and learn it from the warrior. The Stormlash here, it's okay. I usually just use it as an arcane powered item to give to complete the Archmage quest. It's alright, I guess. Looking at 7 armor, 3 armor, 12 defense. No thank you. Rustful Iron Gauntlets, stamina regen, life regen. I don't really care, but I really don't care about any of this though. So I guess we will wear it. All right. Just clean up my inventory. No. Alchemist agate we can't use because we're not an alchemist. Alright, so with Tier 1 complete, we could go to the... Yeah, what are our current quests? I go to the graveyard? No. Brotherhood of Alchemists, like I said, that's going to be a long time, so we could go to the Old Forest. There is something else that we could do first. Well, actually, okay, what we could do is we could explore the rest of the world map, because there are a few things to show there. This is the last dungeon that we had an option. The last dungeon I would sort of qualify as Tier 1, sort of towards the end of Tier 1. You find a hidden trapdoor. Your cries for help from within. Enter the tunnels. You notice the trapdoor has no visible handle on the inside. You are stuck here. Alright, trapped. You hear a plea for help and decided to investigate, only to find yourself trapped inside an unknown tunnel complex. Cut purse located to the west... Really? I don't see it. Okay, he was in the dark. So these thief-type enemies... Okay, so what just happened there is I stepped on an alarm trap, which summons a bunch of enemies near me. Which can be a little bit nasty. So we'll do our AoE, and then we'll step forward and attack. Do this slowly, because... Rogue Sapper's Bear Trap. Okay, they placed a trap there. Do this slowly, really pay attention to your health in this area. I'm going to... Okay, rest. Open. Okay, what did we get? You have Psy Blades active, I noticed. So... Oh, summoning. Okay, you're a summoner. We did stun you, though. Okay, these can be pretty nasty. Okay, we killed it. They do a lot of damage. So I'm going to kill them that way. And what did we get? A Mana Surge rune? That's all that was in there? Not good. Okay, triggered another trap. Because we have this AoE ability, these are relatively easy to deal with this class. Okay, we found the way down. We've explored everything, okay. Did we find a better sword? Mana when firing critical spells, spell power... critical multiplier better. 14 poison, 4 arcane damage. But I mean, this is just so good. Tier 1 Great Maul. You know, Tier 2, I mean, this has a really high crit chance, but... No. We're still doing it better. Okay. Here, we can talk to either of them. If we talk to the merchant. Please save me, I'll make it worth your while. The Assassin Lord hits him in the face. Shut up. Talk to the Assassin Lord. Let's talk to the Assassin Lord from this angle. Before you stands a menacing man, clothed in black. Black, okay. Ah, the intruder at last, and what shall we do with you? Why did you kill my men? I heard some cries on your men. They were in my way. What's going on here? Oh, so this is the part where I tell you my plan before you attack me? Get this intruder. So you have a choice here. You can attack him, or you can make an arrangement with him, and join his forces. I highly recommend doing this the first time you play. Because doing it, siding with him, will unlock the poison trees on any future rogue characters that you play. And possibly some others. But rogues for sure. Which I mean, it's nice to have the option, so that's one reason. The other reason I highly recommend doing this on your first run, or the first time you get here, is because you're probably going to die relatively soon after getting here, the first time you get here. And you really want to choose this if you're going to have a long-term run, because this merchant is amazing once you get to the end part of the game. However, the merchant does nothing well for quite a while. So we're going to rescue the merchant, because I already have poison unlocked on my rogues. But it's worth doing it. So one other thing to be careful about with this attack: if the merchant takes any damage during this phase, he will become hostile and will attack you, and you will not be able to rescue him. Now, that might just be if they do damage to the merchant, as opposed to you. But just to make sure, I'm going to run away, because I don't want to be close to this guy when we're fighting. Okay, killed this one. Now just to make sure that I'm not anywhere close. Okay, I've stunned you. Let's just keep attacking the Assassin Lord. Down he goes, and I've been blinded. Okay, we're going to use the heal to cure the poison. And then this, and nope. We got a 50-50 to get rid of blind or to get rid of the ability that where we are less stealthy. I'm just going to run away until that wears off. Alright, rest. Open the chest, of course. Oh, we got 2 rares. That's highly unusual. Lethality... Oh, Arcane Combat. Are you a Spellblade? Or a Shadowblade, maybe? Arcane Blade, I guess they call it. No, I think you're a Shadowblade. Oh, right, of course you're an Alchemist. You have this. Alright, so do you have Flurry? That's the one I'm worried about. Yes. But it's relatively low level. Oh, you also have Dual Strike. You know what? You're dangerous. I'm gonna try to stun you. I think we successfully did it. Yeah, and then we were swapped. And we're now on fire. Let's not be on fire. Alright, and I guess... Oh, he knocked us back. Okay, and now we're on fire again. Well, so much for that. Heal. Break the barrier. Yeah, you're... attacking us. Alchemists are just not that scary. Okay, you're using your flame. Let's heal a little bit. And yeah, leave. Okay, got him. Hostile bandit. Just checking for anything. Any chests, mostly. Alright, I think we got it. Please get me out of here. Come, there's a way out. I don't know if you have to talk to him or not, but I always do. Arcane Disrupting, light armor, daggers, no, nothing of interest. Okay, rescued the merchant. So, last hope, the final city. Okay, Agrilim the Hermit, third spawn location is down here. We have to come up this way to get to it. But, what am I trying to say? The merchant now goes to the lost city, that circular formatted city that we were in earlier, where we got the second Alchemist quest and the Graveyard quest. Alright, you can auto-explore on the world map. I'm trying to direct my character to go in a specific direction here, so that's why I'm not doing it. Just kind of looking here to see where the dungeons spawned. Nothing in all of that. Okay, auto-explore. There we go. Stops when we see something hostile. Unfortunately, we do have to get through here. I guess I could fight one of these. These are pretty dangerous, because you're basically fighting 3 rares at once, which are random stats, but they're at your level. So they can be pretty dangerous. Alright, is there anything I want to do before hitting Tier 2? Not that I can think of. So you know what? Let's do the first Tier 2 dungeon. Oh right, we're gonna get more escorts again, which means we might actually not get through this today because the escorts are going to slow me down quite a bit. Lost Anorathil, probably the best of the escorts to get. Please help me. I'm afraid I lost myself in this place. I know there's a recall portal left around here by a friend, but I fought too many battles and I fear I will not make it. Will you help me? Of course. Alright, swap positions so that she doesn't go running ahead. Where's the portal? Far away to the east. Okay. Poison from Giant Venus Flytrap. Yeah, we're taking some heavy hits here. Oh, we've already got a rare. Yeah, so this is why the Tier 2, they really start upping the rare distributions. Thorn Grab, Psyblade. Oh, you're a summoner. Oh, this is terrible. Alright, regen. You're also a bear, though. You're coming towards me instead of summoning, which is very good. I'm not going to use this because I don't know if it would damage her. I don't want to risk it. Okay, well now you're going to summon. Let's pop the regen. At this stage in the game, there's not really any possible way to die when we have the regen active. It only lasts for 5 turns, but as you can see, we're healing 50 health per turn, almost 60. Okay, the summon disappeared. Summoners can be pretty nasty. You know what? Let's be a little bit smarter about things and track. Okay, there's nothing here. You can get massive pockets of enemies in this dungeon, so it's good to... Oh, Skeleton Master Archer. Just helps to recognize, even though these are both red, this is marked as an elite, this is a relatively strong enemy. So, good to be aware of that, I guess. I've been slowed. Let's not be slow. It's a physical effect. Also, let's heal. Are you coming? What's that? Cold Mind Star. Huh. I don't know if I've seen that item before. Alright, we got ants. Oh dear. Did we get the ant nest? Looks like we got the ant nest. L for look. Yes. Okay, we got an ant nest. Oh, there's a giant fly trap down there. Right, shift. This is not a good situation to be in, because we're going to have to fend all of this off. I guess we'll wait here and hope that... Why did you advance? Okay, you know what? Give order. Wait a few turns. Health, regen. Okay, you're done waiting? Could you not? Be scared and run away. Thank you. Pop another heal. I'd be doing this a lot faster if I didn't have this escort. Because these things don't really pose that much of a threat to me. Alright, is there anything up here? Still a few ants. Some plants down that way. Oh. For some reason I thought it was going to scroll and I clicked there. That was really dumb. Okay. Where's the portal? Close to the northeast. Okay, if you're going to go northeast, maybe you can do this without you getting hit by the plants. You're scared, huh? The thing is, if I go down to deal with those plants, you're going to come up here by yourself. Shift 7. Shift 7. I mean... you could just sit here tanking hits. Okay, lightning is available. There we go. I have to do that one more time, so wait another 19 turns. Unless she goes up this way. If she goes up that way, that's fine. But the poison ivy is scaring her. Heal, regen. Just take it slow. Okay, we can do it. Shift 7. Okay, we killed the Venus Flytrap. We're no longer taking damage here. Oops. Yeah, this is how we're doing things. Oh. Did the... Do you have a talent? No, you just have Constrict. Something hit me. Did you hit me? I took damage from something. Oh no, it's my Berserker Rage. I'm killing myself by sitting here. It's fine. There we go, we got it. Regen. Okay, well there's the portal. Made it. Alright. So North Hills are really good because they have access to Celestial Light, which is one of the best trees in the game, so we're going to be taking that. Bathe in Light and Healing Light are both from there, so we'll take a look. So we have access to this now. We still need a category point to use it, and to unlock it. But this has an instantaneous heal, an AoE heal that also gives you a shield, and then this ability just removes a single negative effect from you every single turn while it's in effect on you. Also, the cost for these is positive energy gain, which is kind of funny. So you can always afford to cast them because they give you resources when you use them. Anorithils are possibly my favorite class in the game, actually. They're quite interesting. Halfling Anorithil. A combination that I never seem to do as well as I think I should with it. But I've gotten pretty far with them. I've never won with one. Alright, strength up, con up. We just learned execution. Take advantage of a wounded foe to perform a killing strike. Automatic critical hit that also does additional damage. Well, minimally. Oh, for each percentage of life the target is below maximum. Oh, I see. So if they're 70% damage, they take 187.1% additional damage. That's pretty nice. We also learned Relentless Fury. For 4 turns, you gain 12 stamina per turn and 12% movement and attack speed. Only usable at 30% or lower stamina. We'll take Execution. And here, I haven't noticed us missing a whole lot. So it's either Thick Skin or Daunting Presence. I think we'll go with the Thick Skin. 4% resist all. It's pretty nice. One thing I guess to mention with this, Constitution is not very good to invest in. This gives you like 4 hit points per point. You're better off using gear that gives you bonus health if you want more health. But as a Berserker, I find that I don't really need anything else. Like I could be going crit chance, I guess, would probably be the other sensible one. But I don't know. I find this is fine, so I can just grab this easily. For other classes, if you want Thick Skin, having gear that gives you plus Constitution is quite nice because you can put the gear on so that you qualify for the skill, learn the skill, and then take the gear off, and you'll still keep it. So you can... oh, journal entry, okay. You can cheese the system, the requirements that way. Eye of Winter. That was that frozen Mind Star. Okay, we got a vault here. Oh, this vault. This is a little bit dangerous. You know what? Let's not... let's move here so we can attack them one at a time. Oh, right, they have stealthy people. Rest. Rest. Nobody? Alright, I wonder how we can get those. Dig. Alright. So that was level 1 of the Old Forest. We did... So not nearly as much progress as I was expecting. I guess my talking just really slows things down. Because 3 hours in, I feel like I should be done Tier 2 at this point. But we'll continue with this in the next part. I will see you then. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Well, this is awkward. Okay, I guess we're checking our gear. Nope, don't care. And to end the recording, and I hit the next zone button by mistake. Oh well. Maximum life is 33 on that one. But it's only stealth. I don't care about the 3 health. I'd rather have the darkness resistance, I guess. I mean, they're both pretty bad. Let's see. Gloves. Increased physical power makes us do acid damage, plus 2 strength. Okay, yeah, you know what? We will take that. I don't care about the stamina and health regen as much. And we had an Alchemist escort quest. Okay, well, I will swap positions so that, for one thing, I'm not on this, so I can't go back and abandon the quest. And we will save the Alchemist in the next part. I will see you then.